Boom, Big H back again. Come on, man. 33 and that active. What? It's been a minute, man. But yeah, man. Hey, match us outside. I just want to make this quick video, innit? Um, Listen, I just want to talk about how we got to this place as a society, man. You know, like why relationships are the way that they are, especially between a man and a woman. Because believe it or not, yeah, hey, women didn't really used to move the way they're moving now. Back then, back in the days, back in the 70s, 60s, like shit before that. Do you know what I mean? Um, and I want to touch on a couple reasons as to how we got from there to here. Like, because if you're a man, you probably know, unless like you're happily in a good relationship or you're calm and all that, yeah, like majority of women, not all, majority of women in today's society, from my generation downwards, and maybe like millennials, however you say that, um, most of them are disrespectful as fuck. Most of them have no respect, no home training, bruv. A little thing, yeah, a little argument or a little whatever, they're ready to bounce out the door and hop on the next for some. You get me? Hop on the next man's. You get me? Or they see a little bit of money and they just fly off. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, that one's a bit more in the DNA. Obviously, back in the day, back in the 70s, 60s, 50s, um, the way a woman used to get money is to actually get married. Like from the age of, I don't know if you man have watched, like, I think it's called Bridgerton or whatever on Netflix. Yeah, it shows you how society used to move back then. Fam, listen, parents, if you had a daughter back in the 70s or way back when, if you had a daughter, by the time your daughter's turning 15, you're already starting to mentally prep her and prep her up for marriage, to ship her out. Do you know what I mean? To find a man, because obviously as a woman, your beauty is it's at its prime when you're in your youth, between like 18 to 30. That's your prime beauty. Anything younger than that, you're still growing. So even if you look beautiful, you're still growing. Yeah, so back then, women used to marry into money. They never really had money. I mean, the only way you're getting money is probably from your man, or if, there have always been tricks. There's always been ways to get money as a woman, even back then. Like, you just trick on a man or, seduce a man or whatever, and you get what you want. But apart from that, it's actually marriage. Like, you're not out here going into the workforce, or you're not out here applying for jobs or doing whatever to make some money. That's not what's happening. But society has changed. We've moved to a place now where women are working now, and women can be independent. Women can own their own businesses and shit and do their thing. Do you know what I mean? So now they feel even more so, because who knows if they felt like this before, but now they feel even more so that they do not need a man. Hence, when a man tries to deal with them, very disrespectful. Especially women that look like me or have my skin color, should I say. Very disrespectful, bro. Very disrespectful. Or can be very disrespectful. Yeah, but listen, I feel like we've gone to this point now because we as men, us as men, not that we've allowed it, but we've allowed for this to happen. Listen, they call this a man's world for a reason. This is a man's world for a reason. When God created the earth, he put Adam in first. And Adam was chilling on earth for a while before Eve came. He had time to name all the animals and do all of this shit and try every fruit and all of that. So like he was here. He was here. Like he was here, and then Eve came. Do you know what I mean? And then the Bible even describes Eve as the woman. It describes Eve as a helper. Like a woman is actually meant to help a man. Do you know what I mean? Because as men, you could just look around. Just look around us, bro. Look around the world. Like in a family household, a man's say so is a say so. If a man says yes and the woman says no, it's going to be the man's final say. Do you know what I mean? In the world, all of these positions like presidents and all of that, I know like they've had female whatever, but it's been majority men. And there's a reason why men usually take up these positions. Like men are not as emotional as women. It's just what it is. It's just our biology. You get me? It's a man's world. Women really do go off their feelings. Men go off what makes sense, or what if the calculations is making sense. Therefore, us as men, if we do not feed into like female habits or female nature. The female nature is like their feelings are correct. Do you know what I mean? Your feelings does not mean that you're right. Just because you feel something does not mean that you're right. But as a woman, whatever you feel is correct. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's right or wrong. As a man, us as men, we have logic. We should have self control, but we struggle with that, especially in the presence of women. Like, girls have nice bodies and that, you get me, beautiful face, all of that. So we now become like women. We now listen to our feelings more than we listen to the logic behind it or the sense behind it or the wisdom that we're meant to be listening to. Um, we see a beautiful woman. We know she's not for us. She's probably married, probably gone for someone else. Um, we know it's not for us, but we feel a certain type of way. Our second brain feels a certain type of way, and we go ahead and, you know, engage in that. You know what I'm talking about: fornication, adultery, all of that stuff. Because I feel like this is the main problem, and this is what really breaks everything down. You know what I mean? So we get into that, yeah. But more time, women are smart. Like, they're not stupid. They are not going to give off their what I think anyway is the most valuable treasure, which is their bodies. They're not going to give their bodies for nothing, my guy. Like, the only time they give it for nothing, it's really not nothing. But the only time they give it for nothing is if they love you or if they like you. They have to deeply like you. If it's not adapting, then if they are piping you, it's not like, listen, they're getting something out of it. They're getting something out of it. Therefore, bringing it back. Now in society today, us as men, because we cannot control our lust. We now give in to the demands of a woman in order to get what we want from them, which is unfortunately, we give in to what they want. We have to cater to their feelings. When in actuality, when they tell us what the feelings is, and we know that it's still wrong. You can feel how you feel, but it's wrong. But we will justify it and we will take action upon it so that we get what we want from them. Not knowing, actually we do know, but not knowing that it's causing problems, because now you have transferred power. The power as a man, because both men and female have power, but it's different power. Our power is a bit more tangible, a bit more, you can see our power. A woman's power is a bit subtle. Do you know what I mean? Manipulation. I don't want to say manipulation, because manipulation used correctly is not manipulation, but it's influence. Influence / manipulation. They have a different sort of power. Our power is a bit more brute. It's a bit more force. You get me? We are giving over our power to them. The force power, the power, like the power of a man's voice, of a man's words, we're giving it over to a woman so that we can cater to their needs and all of that. And the second that a woman usually got you trapped with the whatever, as a man, you want to keep it going. You want to do it again and again and again, and then you want to do it for another woman, and then all of this rubbish. You get me? So now they are setting the terms. They are setting the standard. They will put their demands, and then we have to meet it. If we don't meet it, they're gonna look for another nigga. You know what I'm saying? You get me? So now that we have, fast forward now to today, where it's hyper-sexualized, like our society is completely hyper-sexualized, and social media as well has blown up crazily, and obviously women use social media, they like to use it to rant and to talk and to do a lot, basically. Now that we have entered this stage, it's kind of hard for a man to exert his will or to exert his power. It's because a woman can say something and they would believe him. Women can weaponize their bodies against us. It's our fault for fumbling, but they will weaponize their bodies against us. We've given over our power. And now, I'm not trying to say that women are not meant to have power or not meant to be in power. What I'm saying is now there's an imbalance. We have given everything to women. For what? I do not know. But we've given everything to women. My message is, as men, we really need to get our self-control back. I mean, we dictate society. If a man says yes, this is what's going to happen. If a man says no, it's not going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? We dictate society. We allow shit to happen. Women come with ideas. We allow things. We authorize things. We need to stop giving our power over to women, and we need to control our lust. We really need to control. That's the best way to keep women in check. Control your lust, because if she does not have sex over you, there's nothing she can do. The most she can do is cap and lie, and but obviously that's false. Do you know what I mean? A woman can't do anything unless like they're giving you their most sacred treasure. Because once you, especially if you guys are not sanctified in God over this interaction, anything can happen to you, my guy. Anything can happen to you, bro. Like a woman can just come out and lie and say you did X, Y, and Z, and because it's your word against his, and it's confirmed that you guys were dealing with each other, it's long. It's just techie from there, bro. It's just techie. It's long, just for her to get that power, or to get what she wants. Do you know what I mean? But if you controlled your lust, there would be no such scenario. And listen, I'm not perfect. I fucked up in my life. Trust me. Trust me. Like, lust is probably what I struggle with the most. Hence why I am trying to go so hard on this shit, man. Like, I'm not... Listen, I just need a wife at this point. But, yeah, man. Hey, basically, the moral of the story for this, yeah, this is a bit of... It was just all over the place, man. Men, please, control your lust. Control your lust. Do not give women what they want if it's wrong. Do not give women what they want if it's wrong, despite how she feels. Always remember that your word holds a lot of weight. You get the final say, so you're a man. You're the one with the balls. You get the final say. If she don't like it, she can go somewhere else. However, it's one of them ones here. If us as men in general was able to operate this way, then that woman that did not like what you said, if she was to now go and try get what she wants from another man, it would be the same. She will get the same outcome, because all of us as men, we have come to this consensus that we're not going to be controlled by lust, and what we say goes. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. If we as men pattern ourselves, women will follow. If we give women any sort of opportunity to craft their way inside and get their hand on a little bit of power, we're fucked. We're fucked. And then now, if you've now, you know, done some things with a girl, you know, after hours shit, anything can happen to you at this point, bro. Anything. You could be lucky. At this point, it's up to God and his plan, innit? You could be lucky and nothing happens to you. You could be very unlucky and find yourself in prison. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I have to say, man. Like, man, we need to do better, man. Men, we need to do better. We need to control ourselves, man. Like, if you've been around plenty girls, you will know that pum is pum, bro. Pum is pum. Go and find yourself a wife, man. Give all of your energy and all of your passion to your wife, man. And listen, don't get spun by these girls, bro. Yeah, don't let girls have the power, or let them operate within their own power, not taking ours. But anyways, that's Big H, man. That's all I have to say, man. I'm out, man. Peace.